Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally. Some charges to Vincenzo they are. They do have to be a bit cautious at Palace though. If they look to avoid the Terror Blade, his damage is going to start to penalize him for doing so. GY playing around with the wind, but that's not enough to reset his position. He should close the distance. One more. Oh, there we go. There's the bash. We were asking for it. Shanks had a good early game so far, starting to be accumulated. So giving the information over to the rest of Execration, and now they're going to be eyeing up GY. With the perfect combo. Not only is it strong if it's a position 3 Spirit Breaker, but even played as a support.
Yeah, he's forcing VT Faded back. He doesn't want to get Reaper Scythed at this stage of the game and give a lot of that early regen over. What do you reckon about that change?
Hang on, Vincenzo. Doesn't get the stun on Shanks, and Bob's still itching to try and use the ultimate, which he actually doesn't have a level in. 4 points in the screen, but that provides you plenty of burst to get rid of Citrus, and now he's going to be eyeing up some of the support's lives as well. That kill gives GY the level 6, and now maybe with the extra damage and control, they can eye up Bob. And Illusion to provide some space and some distance to get away with the blink, but GY still hunting.
Didn't end up using the Hurl Boulder. You have to wonder how familiar GY is with this hero. Like, there's a couple of big mistakes that I've out to me as one. It's not anywhere near the same level of, you know, his Mars, his Legion Commander. Those are the ones that I really...
Wait. Just blinked in to try and deny the DD, and now Citrus like, alright, I'll quick and easy penalize that damage.
As long as he's not getting chain stun though, Tino's gonna have a just fine time. He's got full 1 charges, he's got a point in the Ghost Shroud.
Oh, Shanks, oh, he cancelled the charge. I guess he saw menu ping looking to step over. He's got Pelos thinking about backing him up. Bob TP's in again. Blink up. It's only level 1, so he's got to be perfect with his blink. Sonic Wave push back. Citrus is falling low. He might take out of the dagger. Menu ping. Does he get the timing with the deny? No. Oh, Yif is like, all right, don't deny me. I got the eye nearby. But it gives an opportunity for Bob to kill them. And again, GUI has the split, but Tino will just drop the scythe before they get the Soulbind as well. Gonna bring Ari down to a critical threshold where he has to be cautious of his own position now for further.
Avoid that situation where they're going to be in the lower bracket, and you know, they're not looking super hot in this one, although.
Shang's gonna try and find an angle, charge through, and if they can bring down the Ari to start again, that's a lot of the sustain. Citrus gonna try and push them back. They gotta respect the damage from the left track at the moment. Bob doesn't give a damn. Jumps over to deal with the back. He's still now able to deal with the left track as well. Triple for your man. And now they're looking over to VT Faded as well. The carry that was free farming across the map felt like he was pressured to get involved to maybe offset some of the struggles they're having early on. They're gonna smoke to try and connect the top. Killing a Spirit Breaker into a tower. Not the worst sequence here for Orca. You'll take whatever you can get out of the negator thanks to this early Scotty.
Absolutely.
Top lane. Another kill on Shanks. Couple of freebies.
Yeah, but it went to menu ping, so it's not Knuckles. I wonder if he's going to go straight into the action.
Look to try and jump in. Let's see if Yip has enough sustain. Not with Tino showing up with a scythe. Really nice positioning from Bob as well. He blinked behind, tried to Sonic Wave the left track closer to Tino's scythe, and also just potentially away from any extra support. And now Yif is going to die on the return. It's sick for Bob. Oh, they're even eyeing up more. A Soulbind onto Bo. Shank's going to get involved. He's got the Nether Strike onto 2, man. This is looking beautiful for Execration.
Reach and call it territory, and it's not even 17 minutes in of this series. They're just looking so much stronger in recent times.
Citrus. That's another big kill. Level 10, but Bob 3 level advantage the early. They've had enough. I don't blame them. VT Faded's not happy as well. A quick GG into the disconnect and Execration. My oh my, you put a statement on this game once saying that you are not a team to be messed with.
For sure not. And yeah, it just never felt like they came into it. They were just far too...
Could if you put Tusk as a 4, you really could. I wouldn't hate that at all. Your playmaking is pretty grim.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty good too, right?
Yeah.
Find it together with the Tusker. Lots of physical damage. Some.
At least one of the escape avenues. Gonna look to man fight Palace. Now, give him a little bit of breathing room. He still pops out instantly with the help of Vincenzo and Shank stepping over. A couple more right clicks should do the trick on Yif. He's got boots though, so relatively speedy. And he's actually just going to go denied to the tower. So the kill nonetheless will be picked up. Shanks and Vincenzo getting... Again, they're going to make the attempt. Tag team along with the Iron Shell. Palace take a lot of damage now, and they will find a return kill. So we'll take them, you know, a couple of seconds to pick that one up. But in the end, with Yif...
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, actually, it is a little bit confusing, right? And Bob even has this creep wave pushing in underneath his tower, so he's a good, like, full wave ahead right now of Citrus in the last hits front. Has to be a little bit careful, though. What a rune available, and you don't want to be diving this deep on a Darkseer. It's going to suffer a fair amount. I mean, Yif at least still has the remnants of an Ion Shell there as a sad face gets drawn on the map. But
Palace gonna be in trouble here. You able to block up the Templar Assassin, and you see how easily they can melt through the refraction charges. So Vincenzo putting a lot more emphasis. Gotta respect the damage. Yif actually went 2 points in shards as well. Timo's gonna come through. Citrus is joining as well. Has the ultimate if need be. With the ball down, Bob's able to reposition. Citrus gonna hunt. Sonic Wave. Does he just clip the damage? He does, but Bob is at least on the western side. And Shanks is body blocking GY for the moment. So Bob's gonna be okay. And a 0 for 1, which could be more deaths though for Orca, is now Tino slowly moving on towards bottom. GY surviving on a slither of health, but the TP out. No way he gets away! Oh, Tino just gets there in the nick of time. Bashes back Citrus as well after the blink. So his mobility now expanded as X enables Yif to progress a little bit further. Top Citrus. Unable to get in range fast enough, so menu ping. Nice way to hold back the life of Citrus at the moment. Now with the reinforcement shot, be even... I mean, that is
unnecessary.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Unnecessary use of the Sonic Wave, so they get the kill on Tino, but now with the rest of Execration looking to show up to brawl.
Confident.
Bob's going to jump deep behind the tower. GY is going to try and add to the call for the team fight here. Nice use of the wall, getting a multiple illusion to take this skirmish. Pala's going to try and TP out. They've got the damage to go through Bob on the outskirts, but they can't cancel the TP on Palos.
It's a deep dive. Another ambitious TP coming through there from the Ogre. Obviously feeling quite strong at this stage of the game, and it's a little unfortunate that he's died repeatedly.
They're going to try and start the fight with the kisses in the back line. Shanks, oh no, Bob position next to Shanks. They've got to cancel off the kisses against Citrus. This time he's going to be able to bring down Bob with the Sonic Wave. Now they'll turn to deal with the Snapfire as well as Palos. I mean, he's not in fighting shape. Recognizing with this blink to reset his position after VT Fader targeted him with the Sunder. So Orca. Well, we were speaking about that kill quota they had in game 1. It was 4, and
just to keep track of
Citrus.
how done they are.
He committed with the blink. GY is going to try and follow up to provide Citrus an opportunity to get out to safety. To the eastern side, though, Tino disconnected from the team. He's going to be penalized for this. And now with the rest of Orca pushing on 4 for more. They still have the ward on the high ground that they can utilize. Shank's going to hold them back there with a kiss. It's inside a choke point, so they're going to be cautious how long this fight breaks up. Toss going to get obliterated, but VT Faded has the opportunity to turn with the Sunder. And now they're going to try and enable him a little bit more as well. Surge in the middle of the fight, but they've got to be cautious now. You've well and truly overstayed your welcome as Palos ripping apart hero after hero. Triple for the TA. Just completed Scotty. I don't know if you take this fight right by the tier 1. Palos, he's still going with Tino. They're going to be condemned for it. Tino gets brought down. Palos has got the blink and BKB. They're still going to try and push on. Palos hasn't used anything just yet. Trying to dodge the dagger. Palos is styling on them, but he's really making them work for the kill. Turns, tries to blow up the Tusker with Vincenzo standing hand in hand, but VT Faded still in fighting shape. 2 for 1 in the end. All of Execration looked to show up in case a potential extra fight was going to break out, and that it does with Bob and Shanks blowing up the Queen of Pain off to the outskirts here, but they've still got issues with VT Faded with his freshly picked up Scotty, so with any support that gets in a position, they're unable to retreat out to safety. Now GY is going to get in the middle of it all as well. vacuum into the normal punch, and now they're setting up for round 2, and Bob just has to stand on the outskirts and watch as Palos, well, they're going to be penalized for that deep attempt. It took some time for it to occur, but in the end, it will be Orca coming out on top.
Tower is under attack.
Hesitant on how far he wants to move. Yiv's going to jump over the tree line, though. Finds an angle on Shanks. Think of reposition. They're on the opposite side here, Dyer. How can they get back into their own territory? VT Fade is going to try and find an angle in. Hasn't locked onto anyone just yet. And it's going to continue the charge on forwards. Just the Shadow Demon they're bringing down at the moment. But where's the damage being followed up? As now VT Fade is able to connect. So it's a 2-for-1 to start. But now Shanks is, well, let's just go Ghost Scepter TP up. But they've got a vacuum to cancel that. That was a very awkward engagement.
It was, and for whatever reason, Execration are trying to continuously make these moves while they have no vision of their own. And, I mean, they don't know, obviously, but that Observer Ward on a very obvious high ground spot has lasted its entire duration, so it's completely thwarted their past 2 attempts to make any kind of aggressive play. Alice setting up here for VT Faded, especially now that he's in Metamorphosis form. But
Shong, you forced Spirit Breaker to just charge in mindlessly. Now you got the Mortimer Kisses to give some vision. Spirit Breaker, can he get involved? Snatch, Citrus, able to find the Aegis. Now the disruption allows VT Peter to be able to get the Sunder off. They turn to blow up Palace. Tino's back in, but I don't know if it's going to net them a victory through the team fight. It's Radiant, they're all clumped up. The illusions dealing works, along with the rest of Orca's lineup as Citrus chasing forward for more. He's on top of Tino. Lacking a little bit of detection at the moment. It will soon expire. He's got the Scepter now queued up. Bob. Aggressive blink. Doesn't have anyone else to follow up. He doesn't have Astra step charges. Pal's going to look to join him now with the BKB. Tino's charging the backline. That's a high valuable target if you can get rid of the Shadow Demon, but it's still going to cost the life of the Void Spirit along with it. A 2-for-2. The Shanks attempts the TPR. They don't have a cancel. Yif a little bit too late to join. Smoke up. Lines are drawn. He's got the level 25 talent, so meta's still up for actually a decent amount of time if the fight breaks out. They've got to be cautious because look at GY's positioning. Back him onto 2. Able to land the wall at the last seconds. It's just going to try and find an angle in as well. That's enough to get rid of the life of Vincenzo. Tino thinking about stepping in. That's the target you can bring down to start. Without having menu ping along with Yif, it's really not going to enable Orca. And now, I mean, the meta's expired too. You've got to reset away from the area if you're the boys on Orca. They're going to pounce on forward. Gems dropped on the deck, but, I mean, VT Faded's in trouble. GY's going to try and provide a little bit of assistance. Yule's kiting out the use of the Satanic, and now VT Faded. Drag back. Can they chain control before the Sunder? He's got the Manta, not enough to disrupt. GY's going to go down before the TPs. The crits rain through from Palos.
well, so
smoked up. You've got to jump. It's just Vincenzo to start. Palos is still nearby. He's under a ward. Palos, you know they warded that, but maybe he's baiting. As Bob's going to try and provide some assistance. Absorb. Palos getting ripped apart. Playing off the back of the BKB. Do they have detection? They don't. Palos blinks away. Now the rest of Execration crumbling the backline. 3 are gone. No buybacks. It's going to be Yif along with my man on TB to turn this one back around. But I don't know if VT Fader can do so. Stuns up. Still, they're going to look to kite the Terrorblade as best as possible. Yours to simulate the whole kitchen being thrown at the Terrorblade. E-Blade 2. VT Fader just can't right-click anyone. So we're able to get out. The cost is 2 heroes, but solid.
Shanks wants to come back.
Yeah, Bob wants to go back in as well. The rest of the goons want to show up. I mean, you still got Palos. It's a lot of damage on the Templar Assassin, even though he's got a lot of armor from the Terrorblade. No one else can show up. You've got to be cautious of this under potential. A lot of the items are also on cooldown as well, so the chain control won't give him an opportunity. Vincenzo tips over to Palos. You really don't want to lose too many. One's gone. You might lose a couple of heroes as well. You have to hold your buyback on the Terrorblade, especially with meta on cooldown. I mean, you're going to be forced to use it, though. You have to be forced to use it. You cannot hold at all. There we go. Buyback coming into play. That's a great back. Oh, first line bye-bye from the Templar Assassin as Palos now. Let's see, he's able to reset for round 2. BKB inside the infantry. It's going to take a little bit too long, though. Ragdoll and Orca live to tell this story. I mean, Quap might not be as fortunate though. Tina's gonna pop the refresher. His second use of the charge into the midst. They brought down 2. Shanks, I mean, out of all heroes with the triple. Oh, though,
Cheese.
still in a bit of trouble. Cheese Jules along with E-Blade, so he should be okay. Doesn't get much out of the use of the cheese, and Bob's going to end up falling, actually. Wait, where?
And had the Yule Scepter to be able to save himself as well.
How did he not get healed from cheese?
I think he had the Scardy on him, so it was reduced quite heavily.
So it did, like, nothing? It looked like he got, like, 3...
Healthy one. Double siege creep wave, super melee creeps. So you
Citrus?
might be able to get them on the
Oh, he
retreat.
jumped just to Palace. Okay, he's got the spell block from the 25. He's going to follow suit as well. The rest of Radiant are a bit disconnected, so Vincenzo's going to lose his life, but the Wall's already used preemptive. Look at that! Tusk gets blown apart. Now with the backline, Bob's also eyeing up the Shadow Demon, so another support's going to end up dropping, but again, Palace, he's got no one nearby. It won't matter. Palace with the refraction charges.
That feels like the much bigger deal. You know that they were using that onto you. You could even maybe afford to wait for the Ogre to be alive.
VT faded. Look at the turn. Bob in a bit of trouble. Oh, there's the DD. My lord, VT faded. Meta expired though. Nowhere near potential enough goal for a refresher.
Die back here, Bob.
Tino's in. So is Palace. They're going to try and jump the Tusk. They're able to blow him up, but they're still going to be cautious though, Palace. Health pool getting evaporated. Look at the illusion damage really starting to ramp up. He's going to buy back as well. Buys the boots of travel. Going to start to connect. Throne still exposed. Die. They've got Glyph. Lacking the buyback, so VT Fade is going to be the target. It's all on Jiff to try and disrupt them to maybe enable a Sunder out. VT Fade pops the BKB, but it doesn't get the Sunder. Can't find a target. It's all on GY, but geez, it dropped, and in the end, Execration take the series 2-0.
Right.